What's up, everybody? It's your boy Pure Hollow 99 back at it again, once again, time and time again. Another episode of the Hollow Podcast where we talk about everything streaming related, big and small, and we give our input for on that matter. So we have a guest today. We will be I will let him introduce himself so you guys can understand who we're talking to. All right. All right, you're on. We're live.
Hey,
So what's up? Please
how you
introduce
doing?
yourself.
Hi, my name is Main Event 305. Twitch streamer. I've been streaming for about 2.5 years now.
Mm, nice. And that's a 2.5 year. Dang,
Yep,
you've been grinding a lot.
I've been trying, man.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. It's a grind. So what today's topic is the pros and cons of streaming. That
Hmm.
we all streamers, no matter what platform you on, go through
Hmm.
on a daily basis.
Hmm.
So May, so what is the pros of streaming that you notice when you step into this?
Oh wow. So I think the biggest thing that I recognized when I started streaming, um, it's important to know a little bit about me first, before streaming. I'm an introvert. I didn't have a lot of friends. Um, and streaming has opened that up for me where every day I find, somebody new that I can that I'm that I recognize with that find I say all the time on my stream or in my community that you get to find your own people. And I was such an introvert previously. I wasn't able to find a lot of my people, and through streaming, I was able to find a lot of friends, a lot of people that I consider closer to me than people I even meet in real life or that I associate with in real life. So that was the the biggest pro for me. Um, I think another pro for me was being able to grow myself as an individual because I've been a streamer. I'm a Discord owner, and I've put a lot of time and effort and energy into those things. I've seen myself being able to use the skills that I've learned in my own personal life as well as my professional career as well. So I'm a part-time streamer. I work a 9 to 5 like most streamers, and I do this part-time. So I was able to, parlay some of the, or a lot, not even some, but a lot of the qualities that you find in good streamers and good leaders or good people, to in other phases of my life. So it's been a good ride, and that's why I've been doing it for so long, and that's why I've been like you said, I've been grinding for so long.
Yes, and that is definitely a key. But for me, as a streamer myself, I definitely
Hmm.
feel like I came out of my comfort shell. You know what?
Yep,
It's just like
absolutely.
for me, it's like a lot of the main issue that for me when I started streaming, it's like who can I really interact with? It took,
Hmm.
and it's still a lot. I can tell you to this day, it's still a
Hmm.
work in progress. I can fully tell
Get
you
it.
that.
I get it.
Yeah.
I think on that note, it is a work in progress even for me. Like I said, I've been doing it for 2.5 years. And finding the people that you connect and resonate with is important. So getting out of your comfort zone. I was like you when I started. It was a comfort zone for me because I don't genuinely I like to be at home. I like to be in my safe space. I like to play my video games. But with streaming and having to be a little bit of an extrovert, right? So you have to reach out to people, you have to talk to new people, you have to be and you have to be genuine in your approach. So like it really does get you out of your shell. If especially as an adult, you build this little bubble of what your comfort zone is. And streaming definitely gets you outside of that each and every day.
Exactly, exactly. I'm even noticing a change. Like a couple days
Hmm.
ago, and this is from what I'm noticing. I went to Starbucks just to grab like my normal coffee, and someone said, "Hey, TwitchCon." Is like, yeah, and we started talking, and like, so yeah, it does work, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you that for a fact. It does work. Now, let's talk about the cons here because there's a lot
Ooh,
of cons
okay,
I'm seeing. It
okay.
doesn't
What do
definitely go. Yeah,
what do you think a con is?
where you have to be like mentally prepared because you have like trolls, scammers,
Hmm.
bots, like try to get like prime example here, and some of you streamers who do this probably get these same ones. Oh,
Hmm.
buy followers or buy graphic art. Tell me if
Is
I'm
is
wrong.
that is that a real con though? I think, and here's what I feel about that specifically is people are going to come in and try to take advantage of you. So especially newer streamers and streamers that don't have a lot of views just yet. A lot of or they're brand new, so they may not have overlays or the pretty parts of their stream. So a lot of people are going to come in and take advantage of come in and going to try to take advantage of that. But it's just like you're starting, like if you were starting a business, right? If you were starting a baking business, somebody would try to come in and make you bake 10 cakes for $1. Like people are going to try to get over on you. So is it necessarily a con, or is it just an opportunity for you to grow? Um, so so
It
that's what I think those kinds of things are. What do you think about that?
it kind of 50-50 on that one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's like you have to it's a try to branch out, but yet we don't know if they're actually real or not. Do you
That's
want
fair. That's fair.
and for and for me, and there's a lot of people, and I know this is what I know. A lot of people who suffer from like depression and stuff like that. Yeah, I
Hmm.
know it seems bad, but it's just that mental state is gonna be a major factor too. And I'm not knocking
It could
anyone with
be. It
mental
could
health
be.
issue at all.
Hmm.
It's just it's just that when you step on the stream, you're gonna have hate, bully you, try to make fun of you, and
Hmm.
you got. In my own, what I learned, you gotta have a hard skin.
Oh, you definitely have to have a tough skin. And that's something that I was going to talk about when you asked what is a con, and we talked a good bit about already about stepping out of your comfort zone. The a con can be when when you are growing and you are stepping out of your comfort zone, is that running into those people that don't respect and don't appreciate what you're trying to do in your life, and that could be in your own personal life, friends. Like I've gotten more support from people that I've met during streaming than my own friends, and I consider that a con. I really do because if not for streaming, those would be, people that I'd be depending as really close friends. But I've been able to find the right people. Going back to my point earlier,
Definitely.
I think a con, if I can be completely honest, is the the older, bigger streamers. And I think that's a con, and I'll explain why. And go with me here, right? There are a lot of I stream Fortnite and Apex, so there is you hear the names like QC, you hear Ninja, you hear all of the the names that are popular in the games that you stream.
Mm-hmm.
What they don't show you, right? When you pull up their streams, and personally, I've never personally watched any big streamer stream because I don't think they can teach me what I need to know, right? That's something we could talk about on another stream, but on another podcast. But
Yeah.
I those bigger streamers don't tend to highlight or tell you how hard the journey was. So
Exactly.
a lot of newer streamers have a poor expectation of getting started in this business, and they don't take it seriously. They don't network well. They don't pay attention to overlays. They're not mentally prepared for the absolute grind that is streaming. I work 9 to 5, right? I work a regular job. I have a family to provide for. I've been streaming for about 2.5 years. I think the most I've ever gotten in a month is about $1,000. I kind of average less than that, right? And I've been doing it for 2.5 years. People legitimately think that they can get started in this business, and it's kind of like a get rich quick scheme. So there's a very poor mindset and a poor attitude when it comes to getting started with streamers. And and I think that's one of the biggest cons that we have in the industry right now.
Well said. Well said. Because I never even went into streaming for money ever. I just wanted in there like, hey, I want to build, make a community, make some new friends, and be
Mm-hmm.
done. Like keep building. I never even wanted money in to begin with. That
Hmm.
that's just me though. And I am still building even to this day. There another it's a non-stop build session. But for me personally, I think the right motive is the better motive. Like for me, I just wanted to build a community and make some new friends. Never care about the money at all.
So I agree with that, and like I was saying before, I think being able to find my people has been the biggest pro that I've experienced. But I'll be an idiot. I'll be a fool if I didn't tell you that when I first got started streaming, I didn't go to my family and said, "Hey, this might be something that may be able to pay off a bill or two every month," and I've been working toward that. So I think it's kind of naive for people to come in and say, "Oh, I just want the community," without being honest with themselves and saying, "Hey, this like if I do this really well, if I get a little bit of luck, like this can change." Not only my life, but my children's lives as well, um, or my family's life as well. So when people say, and no, nothing against you, because like my focus right now is trying to build my community as well. Even though I'm more of an established streamer than most, um, mm, I'd be an idiot to say that I don't look at the financial number every month and say, okay, what can I do this month to get to this goal? Like we all have like bits and sub goals. If you're especially if you're a streamer on Twitch, I don't know how it is with Kick or YouTube, but everybody looks at that and free. I think it's disingenuous for people to say that that's not something that they're looking at. It may not be your central focus, but um, like you get a thousand subs or 10,000 bits or something like that. And you're going to be thinking, hey, how can I replicate this? How can I do this again so that we have good financial months?
I see your point of view on that, and
Hmm.
I definitely agree on that. But I would to myself, I never even thought of money as part of what I was aiming for when I started streaming. But I do I do see your point. It's like it's a valid point. I would just feel like making new friends. That's all I was doing.
I appreciate it. Yeah. And the ability to make new friends has always been like we said earlier, and I think you agreed with me. The ability to find your people is amazing.
Exactly.
And honestly, at the end of the day, that's the primary focus. But like I said, like I look at like at the end of the month, I look and see, hey, did I make my goal for the month? If I or I look mid month and I say, if I did I make my am I going to make my goal for the month? If not, what can I do to make that goal?
Yeah.
Um, and and while I do that, I do it in a legitimate way. I don't come on and say, "Hey, this is this is the only thing that I'm doing. This is my way out. I'm going to stuck quit my job and do this full time
Yeah.
because like streaming is hard, man. Streaming,
Yeah.
I'm one of those streamers that say that streaming is way harder than your 9 to 5 because like I can tell you I work 9 to 5, but every other minute that I'm awake, I'm either in Discord, I'm in somebody's stream, I'm networking, I'm supporting, I am in my merch store looking at things, I am streaming. Like so the other let's just say 10, 12 hours of the day that I'm not working or sleeping, I'm doing something regarding Twitch and streaming. And that can be a grind. So that's a con as well. You spend way too much time doing this if you are legitimately looking to do it the right way.
Yes, exactly. It's definitely a major grind on that.
Hmm. Absolutely.
But I definitely think if we could, for me, I know I'm not the biggest dreamer, and I accept that. And I'm not saying I'm not gonna reach to that point, but for me, I feel I get the sense that the more we teach, like smaller streamers who just or streamer who just started out, like don't put your. For me, I took an advice from a former Twitch streamer who now is still streaming, but on a different platform, YouTube. Valkyrie. She said, and I quote, and you can tell me if this is true or not. Don't put your eggs in one basket.
Okay, I've heard that before. What do you mean by that
Like,
in this streaming sense?
like, like you said, oh, I'm gonna quit, and become a full time streamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I
Like that.
agree. Okay. I get it.
That is
But
to me. It's like
I'm
go on.
no, I'm sorry. I go for it. I
Yeah,
apologize.
for me personally, I'm like in my head, it's like, thank you. Valkyrie sees it. She knows what is going on, and
Mhm.
she understands 100%.
Yeah, well, it sounds like she's been there and done that. Like, it's
Yeah,
like I try to network and I try to mentor a lot of younger streamers because a lot of new streamers have the mentality that hey, this is something that I want to do. This is it. Like I am like a lot of a lot of newer streamers burn out by the 6 month mark, the year mark, because they come in with a poor mindset. And what I try to do is, especially with my community, is I try to set the expectation of especially when people just get affiliate marks. We help a lot of people get that affiliate mark because, believe it or not, the affiliate mark is easy. You can find three people, three to five people to come into your stream and hang out with you for an hour at a time while you're streaming, so that you can make that affiliate mark. But I tell everybody all the time. Once you make affiliate, that's where the work starts. You have to separate yourself from 90,000 people that stream the same game that you do. And there's so many ways to go about streaming, but um, what I don't like to see, especially with new streamers, is when they come in and say, "Hey, I'm gonna make so much money off of this," and when the views don't come straight early on, um, they start to get bad habits, like going into people's streams and saying, "Hey, I'm live," or
Yeah, yeah, I've
follow for
definitely seen that a couple
follow.
times.
So like those are the habits we try to, especially with my communities that I run, we try to get those get we try to mentor new streamers in the right direction.
Definitely, definitely. So, thank you for coming
Mhm.
on. I really appreciate
For
that.
sure, man. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah. All right, guys, that'll be it for this episode of the Hollow Podcast. I hope you all take a very good lesson in this